Okay, hello, I'm Dan, and this is Dan's 30-foot dory bill continuing. Today, I am building the stands, the strong back, and I've got some lumber I picked up, and I'm going to be using 2x4s for this. The boat, my dory, after the sides are draped on it, come out to about 8 feet wide. And they have the entire structure on one single strong back. That means 5 stands with a, what do we got here? A 2x4 running down the middle for almost 26 feet. That's fine. But I'm not working on a cement floor or a paved area. I'll be working outside in my yard over the lawn. Now I got a little bit of rough terrain there, nothing ugly, but my stands will definitely have to be leveled out when I go to put these strong back sections down over the 26 odd feet to support the whole structure. Since I'm on rough terrain, and it isn't nice smooth asphalt or cement like inside your garage, I'm changing the strong back design just a little bit. I've chosen, instead of having a single strong back go right down the middle and trying to balance all the boat on it, which I'm sure people have done, and the drawings show that you can do it. I'm looking for more stability to balance my structure on as I'm building it, for me. I also have artificial knees. I've had my knees replaced, so even though I'm not in pain anymore, I do have to stand a certain way in order to balance myself without stressing out my knees. Yeah, I know we all have our problems. So what I've chosen to do, I'm going to take the right height out of Jeff Spara's drawing. I'm going to use all the heights. The only thing is, my strong backs are going to be double-sided. So I'm going to make them 36 inches wide, and I'm going to have the frame come up on each side, basically a box shape with 2 ears sticking out, which at one point I will be applying shorter pieces, perhaps cut this in half, 6-inch sections that will screw onto the top of these supports. Ouch. Okay, that's a deep one. I'm gonna have to take that out later on. So the 2 frames are designed to go. The one frame is supposed to go up like this, with an A-frame shape going on each side, with a base on it to keep it square. I see this being a challenge for me. Because if you can picture 5 of these in a row, with your strong back set inside here between these 2 sandwich supports to keep it from falling left or right, I'll be making this double, one here and 36 inches over, there'll be another one. So I'll be making 5 of these, and they'll be set up. Just get a hold of this here. They'll be set up like this, 36 inches apart. And on each side, near the top, they'll have on each side these blocks to hold my stringers that will run through the entire length. So, these will be framed up 36 inches apart. I'm going to put a base on them, and they'll be supported up here somewhere, just like a square box, with these ends sticking up to support that. So I'll be making 5. I might even make 6 of these. So if I calculated it right, it'll take almost 1 3/4 2x4s to do this. So it's going to run me about $9 a frame to support, to give myself stability on both sides to keep the structure from moving. I've watched YouTube, and what some people have done is they built their strong back, whatever length they need it, and then they build wings off the side, which I guess works. I'd rather just have this a square frame here and use this to stabilize it left and right. This way, if I have to climb that, I'm sorry, I got this, I got it out. Slivers, right? So I'm going to go ahead and cut my 36-inch piece for the bottom, and then I'm going to cut my 34-inch piece, I guess, will go down the center. So I will just put this here. I'm still working in my basement. I had these sitting around, picked them up middle of last week. I wasn't sure how I was going to go about building the strong back supports. And I think I have figured it out. So I'm going to cut this first. I don't have a fancy setup down here. It's kind of go as I go here. Okay, so that'll be my bottom support. Now I'll go for my second here. Okay, so I'm going to go 36, go back, 1.5, half, 33. Okay. Okay, the center one would be 33-inch, and I will scribe my line across this piece. I wish I had a garage, a nice big garage, lots of space. That's okay. You'd be surprised how handy it can get cut having to work this way. Okay, so that goes in between here. This is my bottom piece. Okay. These are my 2 top pieces. Now I will put my screws down here, and we will. Now I also have some leftover product that I have cut off, and I'll be making some gussets out of this to help support the structure. But you might say this is my first test piece, what we're putting together here right now, just to see if everything's going to work out. So bear with me a little bit. In case you're wondering, I'm using pine for this. The price of lumber, whoops, wrong. The price of lumber has gone up a little, and all my frames are actually made out of cedar, if you've been following, which I think is the initial wood touching the planking I just felt more secure using the cedar. But for the rest of the structure, I will be using pine, as suggested by Jeff Spira. Number one, it's a heck of a lot cheaper, and I don't think it's no longer necessary to use the cedar. And this is all I'm looking for here. Okay. Bear with me here. Pre-drill my screws here a little. This stand here is basically the experimental. If it works out, I'll use it. It's a little bit more experimental. I've drawn a few ideas on paper. And I think I came up with the easiest solution for my predicament. Now, surprisingly enough, I am not gluing these in place. These will all just be basic. How much does he say to give me here? Doesn't really say. Okay. Doesn't say. Okay. So I'm going to just throw that right in there. And then yes, I'm going to measure it and put it on the other side just the same way. Just in case you're wondering the type of drill I'm using, it's actually a Walmart special. I paid $35 for it. And so far, it's working pretty good for a $35 drill. Okay. Okay, so I'm looking at what? 5 3/4. I'll do the same over here. 5 3/4. Brilliant. Okay. I'm gonna lock it up again. Okay, perfect. I think this is going to work. Okay, that's where that's square. Go back to here again. twisted in it. Let's see what it is here. It's not that bad, really. Okay, so this is the height that I'm supposed to have from the ground up. This is my height. What am I looking at here? Now, it's a beautiful thing. That's good. Just checking it out. Just to okay, so it's out a little bit. I'm going to remove one screw and see where it. One from here. Then I'll remove one from here. Okay, I'm going to put it down here on the flap. See what I have going here. Okay. I'm going to put a little bit of weight on that. Try screwing that back in again here. More weight. Okay. Interesting. There we go. There we go. Okay. Put everything back. All right. Okay, that actually works. Should just twist it a bit. Okay, now we shall continue. Okay, where are my two? Two by 4, 3 inches. Okay, so I'm cutting a little bit off here. That consists of four pieces, 2 on each side. Okay. I guess it would help if I had my marked piece up. Okay, so gonna line up the one side, and we're gonna chew through these from this side. Okay. double check here. We're good. We are good. Was it measure twice, cut once? I still haven't really got that figured out, but we're working on it right now. Perfect. Don't throw your pieces out. You may need them. I keep on doing that. I'll cut pieces. And then later on I find out I need them. Well, guess what? That's right. I'm cutting more pieces after that. Okay, so I'm not going to put in my 45 supports yet because it's still an open frame. I'm going to put in my strong back, what do you want to call them, ears on here. And we're going to screw these on. We will go ahead and screw those in place. Getting the positioning good on this on the outside. The inside will obviously fit in nicely. There's a piece of lumber there to hold it in place. Okay, so I'm just going to use 2 screws to fasten these in as square as I can. Okay. Too sure if there was going to ooze out the other side, but it does. So I'm just going to get a couple of clamps here now. Okay, I found my clamp here. I'm just going to clamp this underneath on the other side. I used these mini clamps before. They work good. I don't know if they're just getting old. Obviously that's not taking. And I put my other clamp somewhere. I only got 2 clamps, eh? Okay, that's great. I don't know where they're gone. I'm still looking. Well, I'll go get my old trusty C-clamps here. This should do it. Alright, there we go. Here we go. There we go. When in doubt, use your C-clamps. Nice. I should have had those ready to go, but hey. You're getting it uncut, uncensored, and rough cut as best. The best money can buy. No secrets, no woes. You're getting it in real time. Oh, can't believe that 25 minutes has already passed into this project. But we are almost done here. We'll screw these into the inside. Okay, excuse my back. Okay, there we go. Getting it there, getting it there. Throw the other set on. Just like that. Snap and foo. Perfect. Now for me, as a single structure going down the middle of my build, I just don't feel that single strong back piece of good wood going all the way down the middle, all by itself down the center, is enough to balance my project on. And you also got to remember that 3/4 inch plywood is going to be applied to the side, so you're going to have to lift that plywood up onto the frames, try to balance it somehow and clamp them into place so you can draw the shape out, and then remove the 3/4 inch plywood and cut all that out and put it right back on. And I just don't think that single strong back down the middle is going to be sturdy enough to keep the structure from moving back and forth, side to side. So this is why I've decided to build this I just lost my chop saw here. Okay, I'm going to go rescue it in a minute. I'm just going to put the last screw in here. Now, I'll be honest with you, all the videos I've seen, I haven't seen anybody drop anything. So obviously they've got the ability to be able to alter their video. I do not. Okay, so anyway, let's forget about that incident. Nobody got hurt. Believe it or not, nothing got broken. Just landed on my Fokker D8 ribs for my 1/3 scale Fokker D8 model. I'm slowly working on. Okay, so what I've got here is a frame. You see that? I'm going to call these little guys ears. I got these ears up here. Now don't forget, I'm running this out around, I don't know, it's 26 or 27 feet long, and then it all has to be leveled out. So just for the heck of it, let's say this is 26, 25 feet long. There'll be several of them, of course. They'll be placed right in here like this. They'll be placed in like this. Back here, there'll be an angle cut in here to accept the transom, because the transom does angle out at roughly 27 degrees. which will support the transom, plus another piece coming up from the bottom to meet the transom, because that little guy's really heavy. Okay, so now, having this lumber supported in here, that's actually pretty tight. Okay, so these will be slapped to the bottom of these, just like here. I got things dropping all. What is that? That's amazing. Anyway, so I think you get the idea. So I'm going to make 5 or 6 of these, and I'm going to run my strong back pieces all the way through. And this is going to give me support to keep it from moving back and forth, because I'm going to be putting gussets in here to help keep this square. And you can see how high it is already. So if you were putting your frames on here, you know, in my case, I think it's another 12 inches higher to the bottom of the boat. It's upside down, right? So my boat will actually be sitting another 12 inches higher. So we're getting pretty high already from the ground. And I really don't want to, you know, try to stamp on a stool, which I may end up doing anyway. But, okay, this is the structure I'm going with. It's a square frame. I slapped ears on the corner to support the wood all the way through. So this is my strong back to support my boat structure. Now, most of the frames are, well, I guess about over 3 feet until you get to the last 3. So at the front, what I'm going to do is going to have a single strong back extension from the middle shooting out to meet the front of the boat, which is less, you know, as they taper, obviously it falls under 3 feet. And I'm going to say 12, 13, 14, and 15 are less than 3 feet. So I'll be basically taking this former and putting one piece in the middle, the right height to support the last 3 at the front. And then I'll taper all my materials inwards, and it'll be supported. I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work. And this is the route I'm going. So I'll have to pick up, let's see, I used 2 for this, basically 2, 4, 6, another 8 2x4s, another $40 worth of 2x4s, and my strong back will be basically built. And I'll be taking supports in between this frame and the next one and the one in front of it, other than the fact that I'll have these in here. So I think that's going to work out good. Now I got a slight twist in my frame, but as long as I keep the front square, I think I'm good. Yeah, I think so. Okay, guys. So that's a little bit more shop talk down here in the basement of the house. Building my first support out of 5 or 6, depending what I decide to do, for my strong back. And I'll be working on these in the next couple of weeks. Just after Christmas, I'll probably have them all done, which brings me one step closer to be able to continue with this project in the spring with the rest of the materials that I'm going to have to put this together with. All right? Once again, I'm sorry for the live action. My chop saw did fall off the table. That wasn't planned, but it is real life. Things do happen you don't expect to. So, thanks very much for tuning in. And if you're following my progress, please subscribe or at least like. I thank you very much. Have yourself a good evening. This is Dan, out.